I would love to have been a reporter at the White House when we found out, when Mr. Trump found out that the coronavirus was a lot more serious than what they told him it was.
You have no idea what's coming. Can you kill it? The arrogance of man is thinking nature is in our control.
Well, then, Yoragawa, I think you're right. So, what can I say? That's just how I feel right now. Thanks a lot, China. Thanks a freaking lot. So, recently I purchased some shoes. I was trying to get them from local shop, but they were closed last week and the week before last. So I had to go the Amazon route. I get my shoes. I open up the package. Right on the side of the box it says, made in China. Made in China. I don't know how I feel about that. I just really don't know how to feel about that. An idiot president, what can I say about China? I thought we was good. I thought we was cool. What the hell, man? Why would you create a virus that's going to take out majority of the population, and then you can't control it? So now it's just spreading all over through the worldwide neighborhood. And some of everybody catching it. Like, really? Thanks a lot, China. You just you know what? This is what I feel about China right now.
I want my son, and I want my bag and this. I want to talk to somebody in insurance. No, not you. I'm not done talking to you. All right? Well, you're looking at me right now. Listen, and that's fine because I know what happened. You keep telling everybody that this place is a death zone, but it's not. You're lying. Because what's really happening is that you're hiding something out there. I'm right, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
My wife died here. Something killed my wife. And I have a right to know. I deserve answers.
Well, I hope these earbuds work. So I had a early lunch. I'm sorry about that. Got my finger on the camera. I'm trying to soak up as much air as I can. Unless they do something stupid like have us under another quarantine. I don't know how many times I can do that. I was supposed to go to work today, but there was a glitch with the system, so I was taken off the schedule and put back on the schedule on a different day. So my boss looking at me like, what are you doing here? What do you mean? What am I doing here? You know, oh, you're not scheduled to work today. Like, oh, so I done missed 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row of work. Been locked up all this time. And I don't know what to say, man. I just don't know what to say. So, China, are you happy now? Hmm? First, we had to deal with this story about collusion with Russia. Now we got to deal with a virus from China. Why? Why does everybody keep coming for the United States? I mean, I know we got some straight up jackasses in the United States, and they should be on the bottom of the barrel. But you ain't gotta take out everybody. You gonna take out everybody? Like, really? So, the shoes. These shoes are so freaking comfortable. They're Skechers, by the way. I didn't pay attention to the first time I bought them because I got them out of a store. But this time, I don't know, just right off the bat, I looked to see where they was made at. What happened to the days of buying stuff from Taiwan, Japan, Korea? You know, what can I say? The economy is still down in the toilet. People are trying to get out every day. Most places are open in my state, but a lot of places are still suffering because people just don't feel safe. So they're not frequenting places like they usually do. Everybody wants to go to the beach, and they want to get their cook on for the holidays. What about the people that don't have those family members to chill with this holiday? What are they going to do on a freaking Memorial Day? Yeah, Memorial Day. And I got to remember that cousin so-and-so died 3 weeks ago, last month. Then you got these nurses and doctors, medical practitioners, sitting in closets, filming themselves, recording themselves, throwing it out to YouTube or whoever will listen, about how a lot of COVID-19 cases are not actually dying from COVID-19. They have COVID-19, but they're not dying from COVID-19 because there's no vaccine, there's no cure, there's nothing that you can take to really slow it down. So it's like people in the hospital are playing God. We're gonna put this one on a respirator machine, and that one will just all up to the back, that back room. We're gonna put this one on a drip. It's like, so the person that could actually breathe for themselves is on a ventilator, but the person that's having problems breathing is not. So they end up dying. And then the first thing said is, oh, well, they had COVID-19. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So, yeah, they died from COVID-19. It keep coming up too many times, so I'm going to assume that, no, they didn't die from COVID-19. Irresponsible, lazy medical practitioners that just didn't want to try to save these lives. I guess they figure, well, I'm not a doctor, so you can't hold me to that oath of do no harm. I guess. But don't let me stray away too far. I keep being told through the media YouTube, and other platforms. There's a difference between the Chinese people and the Chinese government. But yet, platforms like TikTok are partly owned by members of the Chinese Communist Party. China has their hands in some of everything, and it's not just the Chinese people. It's more. I believe it's more so the Chinese government, because they restrict the Chinese businesses, what they can do, when they can do it, you know. And we as Americans, we so dependent on. Hey, check this out. Before we became so dependent on foreign trade, we basically depended on ourselves. We had top-notch scientists, we had botanists, we had farmers, agriculturalists. Whatever we needed was homegrown. But because American businesses were so greedy that they just had to have more, well, let's ship jobs overseas and do this and do that. We can get it manufactured overseas and then have it shipped back, and increase the profits. Yeah, you're right. It will increase the profits. But at the same time, you're making people poorer. The rich are getting richer, but the poor are getting poorer. Why? Because you're taking those extra funds and you're putting it in your pocket. You're taking care of your kids, your grandkids. You're setting up something for your grandkids, and they're not even born yet. I believe somebody said it was called generational wealth. You start off with a seed, and then by the next generation, it turns into a full plant, and then you just take care of it. Each generation takes care of that plant, and as long as you take care of that plant, it's going to bear fruit. And that fruit is going to be enough to take care of you, your kids, your grandkids, so forth and so on. But at what cost? At what cost? So you got a lot of good people out here struggling to pay bills, being harassed by companies. Oh, well, yeah, I know it's a pandemic. I know your uncle is probably in a hospital dying somewhere, but we still need you to pay your car note. What? Yes, I know everybody's got a stay-at-home order, but still, I'm gonna need you to pay your bills. Would you like to set up a payment arrangement? I know this for a fact because I've been through it. I've had 2 service providers already call me, including the people I paid my car note to. Harass me. I say it's harassment because this is a global pandemic, so that means every company in America knows about it. You mean tell me your boss sat up here and didn't look at the news, but yet and still he heard that it would be a safe bet to let you work from home? So you're not in the office harassing me, you're at home harassing me. Wow, that's just crazy. Again, thanks, China. But back to the economics at hand. America could do without China if they really wanted to. But see, first of all, they have to admit that there is racism. I don't give a crap what kind of racism you want to call it. It's racism. There is still racism in America. I don't give a crap what anybody said. Oh, there's no such thing as racism. There's no bull crap. China was trying to play God, experimenting with something they had no business messing with, it got out of control, and now it's affected killing people all across the world. And America could just do something, because this current path that we're on, keeping people at home, yeah, they should keep people at home. They really should, because these idiots with their cushy jobs and their pensions, they ain't worried about poor people. Heck, half of the middle class not even worried about poor people, and half of the middle class came from poverty. But they're not going to reach back and try to help nobody. Why? They barely made it themselves. I don't like it, but I understand it. I definitely understand it. I definitely understand it. My thing is this. White America needs to get off their ass, admit they was wrong about slavery, about equal pay, because you can't sit up here and argue about, oh well, that's not fair. You're paying us slave wages, but yet and still, you keeping people of color, Negroes, from advancing. You keeping black folks from advancing. You keeping black women from advancing. All the things we've done collectively to move this country forward. Trump talks about making America great again. Yeah. It's true. I definitely believe we need to make America great again. But here's the thing, people. Here's the thing. You really want to know what made America great? The advancements in agriculture, the advancements in science, and it was not a bunch of white and Jewish people who brought that to the forefront. It had a lot to do with so-called black people. So if you really want to make America great again, go through your black history files. See how many black people, American Negroes, contributed to the greatness of America. It's not just Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. We have black scientists, black doctors, hair technicians, you name it, we done it. If we didn't invent it, we improved on it. So if you really, truly want to make America great, if you really want to stick it to China, then take these chains off my people. Take these chains off of black people, off of Negroes. Let us be great, and we'll get you where you need to go. Guaranteed. But this constantly degrading black people, oh, they're lazy, they don't want to work. No, we don't want to work for free. And you got to understand that a lot of people in poor communities, they see the struggle, they know the struggle. And they don't want to do that. They don't want to struggle like their parents and their grandparents. They don't want to have to break their back for pennies. And a lot of them just give up. What's the use? That's what they're thinking. What's the point? I ain't shit. Ain't gonna be shit. Can't hope to be shit. So, yeah, we should make America great again. But it can't be the way it's been before. Oops, sorry. There's a bug or something on the screen. But yeah, like I was saying, we can make America great again, but it can't be the way it was before. You can't go on lynching black people because we're a different color. You can't sit up here, and that's another thing. You sit up here and you talk about black people like we a bunch of dogs, less than human, but yet and still you raping the women folk. Yeah, finessing them into leaving they black men so they can get ahead. It's the same story. It's the same story back in slavery when they produced these light-skinned black people. They treated them better than the dark skin, so they could divide us. And you ignorant ass black folks, you fell for the okie doke. Oh well, shit. If you gonna pay me $50 extra, all I gotta do is leave my mama alone. Sorry, mama. Where was that white motherfucker? Where was that white person when your mama was struggling? When you was a kid? When your mama didn't know where the next meal was gonna come from? They wasn't nowhere around. They waited until you get good and grown, and then they want to say, yeah, we'll help you go to college. Yeah, we'll give you a good job, set you up with this, that, and the third, and we'll even let you date one of our women. Yeah, but it's not going to be the type of woman you want. It's going to be the throwaways. Every culture has throwaways. There are dark-skinned Asians that don't mingle that much with the light-skinned, white-skinned Asians. There's a reason for that. Everybody knows it, so I'm not going to bother explaining it. It's all bad. It's just all bad. But it don't have to be that way. That's what's killing me. That's what's pissing me off. It doesn't have to be that way. I'm going to put together a series on Black history. But this is going to be way beyond Black history. This is Black History Month. No. This is going to be the part of American history that seldom told. I've been toying with this idea in my head for a while, and I believe I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to start it off. I got a couple ideas, but you'll hear about it. You will definitely hear about it. Well, guys, I don't have much else to say. I mean, it is what it is, but it don't have to stay that way. Negroes, y'all need to get yourself together. Stop hating on each other. I don't care if you're dark as soot or light as a Caucasian. It don't matter. If you got African features, you're black. Now, if you don't like the term black, then come up with another name. I'm open to suggestions. Let's go to the Council of Negroes and work this thing out. All right, guys. We'll chat later.